everyone, it's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and I am back today with another round of Gina's picks that I'm doing in cooperation with Eureka Crystal Beads. And you can think of these as like mini collections of product picks that I've put together based around a theme and a color palette that pop up in months where there is no Eureka Crystal Beads collection being released. These are different from a collection in the sense that you are free to pick and choose any of these products that you'd like, and I'll be coming back later on this month with some tutorials based around these particular products. At the end of the video, I will show you some of the finished pieces that I've made from the materials so you can see some of the items in use, and I will link directly below the video to the Gina's Picks page for this month. And there's also a coupon code which is 10 Opal. I'll leave that down below as well. You can use that to save 10% off any purchase of $50 or more, and that expires at the end of this month. So this is the fourth round of picks, and I wanted to go with a different color palette and scheme. The name of this selection is what I'm calling Cocoa Confections, and as you can see, the delicious picture that we see here is going to sum up the color scheme for this theme. So we're going to have some very light pink and mauve, as well as some chocolatey tones and golden nutty tones and caramelly tones as well, in addition to some creamy white chocolate. I'll start out by showing you some of the single hole beads that I picked out to go with this palette and theme. The first one being these check glass 6mm round pearls in iridescent powder pink. This is a strand of 30, and I think that color is just delicious. It's $2.95 for the single strand, and I think this color pairs up really well with like a chocolate brown. And the next strand of single hole beads are in fact called chocolate bronze. These are 4mm and they are check glass round drucks. This is a longer strand of 100, and you can see that put together, those two colors tend to complement each other really nicely. The 4mm drucks are $2.59, and I'm bringing in a little bit more pink with the strand of 3x2mm rondelles. These are in pink matte. The cost is $3.99 for a strand with approximately 190 to 200 pieces. And you can see the little faceting that they have, and also provide a different matte and frosty finish. And what confection is complete without some sugary crystals? So I brought in some 3mm crystal AB Preciosa check glass bicones. This is a strand of 42. It's $2.97. And you can see how well these are cut, and the little bit of rainbow metallic sparkle that you get on parts of the beads just adds to the little bit of glitter and dimension. Next, I want to show you some of the multi-hole beads. I'll actually show you both of these together. I have 2 bags of Moby Duos. I'm bringing in some of that creamy color, which we'll call our white chocolate. The pink variety is called Chalk White Lila Luster. They're both packs of 50 for $2.75. And then the creamy color on the right is called Chalk White Champagne Luster. I love these two colors paired together as well, and I think with the chocolate brown it adds some depth and another neutral option. And I've also picked out this tube of 2-hole Rosetta cabochon beads. These are a 6mm check glass 2-hole bead as well in the Gold Capri Full. So they have a metallic rose gold type color over the top of those alabaster colored beads. This is a 2.5-inch tube for $2.89. And I just wanted to show you some of these up close and out of the tube so you could see that Rosetta floral type pressed design that these have on the top. They have a flat base and the 2 holes run parallel through the base of the bead. And we're going to play around a little bit with these, turning them into the centers of some little floral components that remind me of little chocolates. I've also picked out some of the Krakowski crystals. So this is Eureka Crystal Beads line of new crystals, which are quite beautiful, and these pear-shaped drops really caught my eye. These are $1 per piece. They're called the 10x14mm light rose white patina crystal teardrops. You can see that they have a golden cast over the top of these light pink crystals that also have this kind of AB coating that gives you that rainbow effect as well. So a lot of fun with that hint of pink and that AB crystal sparkle. And I have a bag of 8 of the Krakowski crystal chatons that are 8 millimeters in size. These are the Crystal AB in a gold setting. Aren't those gorgeous? And they have the 2 holes in the setting, so we will be beading these right into a bracelet, and it will be surrounded by some of our light pink and chocolatey brown, a little bit of cream. These are 65 cents per piece, and like I said, we'll be using 8 of these. And then I've got several tubes in the seed bead category. First, I'll start out with these really interesting Miyuki bugle beads, but they're not just straight tubes, they are actually twisted bugles. There's 12 grams in this tube. They're called the Matte Metallic Dark Bronze, $5.50 for the tube. These will be turned into a bracelet that will show off their chocolatey twisted design, and they will be framed out with another interesting selection of seed beads. These are the hexagon-shaped Toho 80 in transparent rainbow amethyst, 2.5-inch tube for $2.25. So here they are in my hand. You can see that they actually give off kind of a dark pinky mauve cast with a little bit of a brownish undertone, so they go really well with both the pinks and the brown. They have that rainbow coating over the top, which makes them extra eye-catching. And these hexagon seed beads are great for catching the light differently than, say, just a regular round seed bead or a delica. Because they have those 6 sides, they can add some really pretty sparkle, especially to things like fringe earrings. When you add some of these, it gives you kind of a velvety texture because of how the light reflects off of them. And then next up, we have some round seed beads. These are in the metallic dark bronze. It's a 10-gram tube of Miyukis, and you can see they have that chocolatey brown color that coordinates really well with some other colors we have below. And you gotta have some of your 11-0 rounds that show up in so many projects. I also have a tube of the Toho round 15-0 size seed beads. These are an opaque lustered pale mauve 2.5-inch tube for $2.75, and the 11-0s were $4.25, by the way. As you can see, they have that light pinkish color that leans a little bit toward the mauve shade that will work in well with our other items. I also have a tube of these creamy Miyuki Delica beads. These are called Cream Ceylon. This is a 7.6 gram tube for $3.85, and this will be lightening up some of our other darker shades. And for a little extra sparkle and to complement the palette, I've got a tube of Toho Demi Round seed beads. These are 11-0s, the Gold Line Rainbow Crystal 2.5-inch tube for $2.59. And I just love playing around with these demis. Sometimes you need something to fill in a space that's that tiny, and when you can do it and add in a little pop of sparkle at the same time, maybe to an area that needs brightening up, then I'm all for that. So those are the seed beads that I've picked out to go with this selection. And other than that, I have a few findings to show you that you can pick up to coordinate and put with your pieces. First, I have a bag containing 2 of the Tiara cast rings. These are 3/4 of an inch and antiqued gold plated, $145 per piece, and you can pick up 2 of these if you want to, say, make a pair of earrings. These could also be used for connectors in a necklace or a bracelet design. They're the same on both sides, and Tiara Cast is a great brand. In addition to that, I also have a Tiara Cast toggle clasp. This is in antique gold plating, and it's called Spiral Round. It's $2.89 for one. And I will be showing you how to make 2 different bracelets, so it's up to you if you want to pick up 1 or 2 of these with your order if you wanted to use this particular design. And here's that toggle up close. So it adds in some of that toned down antique gold that also goes pretty well with brown and also goes pretty well with antique bronze. So you could put those more golden tone findings with something like this. This is a Rolo chain. It's a 2x4 millimeter size, and they're actually rectangle links. So I thought that was something different and interesting. You can buy this by the foot for $2.50. This is in antique brass plating. And I wanted to pick this out because chain is such a versatile item, and you could definitely put this with some of the beaded components that we'll be making. And then finally, some ear wires. These are Tiara Cast French hook ear wires. in niobium brass, and it's one pair for $1.39. Just very simple, but goes with both the gold and the antique brass color. And I'll be coming back with one tutorial for a pair of earrings that will incorporate these. So now that you've seen all the products for the Coco Confections Gina's Picks, I hope you enjoyed checking those out and getting a closer look at some of the things that Eureka Crystal Beads has to offer. Of course, they have all these items in so many different colors as well. But now let me show you some of the finished pieces that I made directly from the selection that you see here. Of course, feel free to use your imagination, come up with all sorts of things on your own if that's what makes you happy. Maybe just enjoy this color palette. But let's go ahead and see some of these products in use. Alright, so here's the first bracelet that I made from the contents I wanted to show you. This is the one using the Crystal AB chatons in the gold settings. We're also using the 6mm pearls, various seed beads, the light pink rondelles, and finish that off with the tiara cast toggle clasp. This is actually a design I made several months back. I showed it in a different colorway. It was actually green and silver and white pearls, I believe. So now I'm back to show you how to do that. And of course, you can make one of these directly from the contents of the Gina's Picks. Also have some of those little bicones in there that you'll want to include as well. Up next is this pair of earrings. You can see it includes the Rosetta cabochon beads as well as those Krakowski pear crystals and some of the 15-0 and 11-0 seed beads and the crystal bicones. I've also finished these off with those simple ear wires by Tiara Cast. So this is one of those items along with the first bracelet that I'll be back to do a separate tutorial video on. I'll also be doing a tutorial video on this third bracelet. This is the one that incorporates those twisted bugle beads. I've also brought in some of the demis and the delicas there. We're using some 15-0 seed beads, and the hexagon seed beads are in there in the background that actually let a little bit of the light through and add some additional sparkle that is gorgeous at either end of the bracelet. You can finish this one off with one of the tiara cast toggles as well. That's what the end looks like, and it makes for a very slinky and flexible bracelet. And then this is an example of some fringe earrings that you can make from the contents as well. You can see I included some of the hexagon beads up there, the rondelles, 15-0s, the demis, the delicas, and the twisted bugles, some 11-0s as well, that are all strung onto those golden rings by Tiara Cast using the brick stitch method. I have a video tutorial for how to brick stitch onto rings. I also have at least one tutorial for fringe earrings like this, so you can check out those if you need some assistance on how to make something like that. But that's just another example of something you can make from the contents. And now I'll look at a necklace that could be made from the contents. These include both of the colors of the Moby Duos and the Rosetta 2-hole cabochons, as well as both sizes of the round seed beads. And I've just attached the beadwork to some of that chain that is featured. These little components are very versatile as well. I'll show you how to make one of these in a tutorial. And you can put these together in any combination you'd like and even use one separately just for a ring. So these, of course, are just a few examples of things that could be made directly from the contents. But like I said, feel free to use your imagination with this color palette and contents to come up with some of your own designs. Alright, so that's everything for Gina's Picks for December Coco Confections. I hope you enjoyed checking out these products and some finished pieces. Once again, I'll leave the link directly below the video, which will take you to the Picks page, which will have all these products right there linked directly so you can pick those out as you'd like to and perhaps look forward to some tutorials to come. Don't forget you can use that coupon code 10OPAL on your purchase to save 10% off your purchase of $50 or more. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this month's selection, the finished pieces, Eureka crystal beads, or anything else you'd like to say. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified when I am back with those future tutorials and lots of other beading fun. I'll be back again real soon. Until next time, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.